Charles?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Connell. And joining me now is financial analyst Uri Mann. Uri, let's start with UPS. Made the bottom line number, but missed the top line. What do you make of it? UPS, obviously, a global footprint and has a lot of implications.
Yeah, absolutely, Charles. You're absolutely correct, and in a lot of implications. Everybody's watching this stock. I was really hoping to see a better than expected numbers, to make some sort of indication about the global economy, because, this company has, if you look at it, it's really a bellwether because it considers shipments of many companies' products all over the world. The big story, which I mentioned previously, is that UPS is still trying to, it's hoping for this bill to pass under a Democratic leadership to make sure that FedEx employees are under the same sort of scrutiny that they are with their Teamsters under the National Labor Relations Act.
Uri, why did you expect them to beat?
I was hoping. I wouldn't say expect, just hoping, because I always like to see good news.
All righty. Well, let's go to some good news then. eBay reported after the bell last night, and they actually did beat top and bottom line. 37 cents beat by a penny, beat on revenue. What's interesting here, though, is a lot of the big part of this beat came from their non-core business. Nevertheless, stock up big in the aftermarket. What should we look for?
I'm a big fan of eBay. I actually just put a car for sale on eBay, and within 2 days, somebody just clicked buy it now. They didn't even call me, and they bought the car. It was a resident in Dubai. He ended up buying the car without even speaking to me. So the thing is, though, the marketplace business, which is their core business, as you said, is hurting. And most people are saying it's because their loyal customers are annoyed with the high fees. There are high fees both through the marketplace and through PayPal. The company is seeing growth through more stores using their PayPal business, so that's been a benefit for them. But they will continue to get hurt by some, the free websites like Craigslist. A lot of people are saying, hey, why should I put my stuff for sale on eBay when I can put it for sale on Craigslist for free?
And I can't go to the next stock without asking, what kind of car was that?
Oh, it was an Auburn Speedster.
Wow.
1936 Auburn Speedster.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm impressed.
Really
I don't know what the heck it is, and I'm impressed. Okay, we got a minute left. Let's go to AT&T. It just sounds like it was a heck of a car. They've missed in 3 of the last quarters, 4 quarters, but they came out good today. 54 cents, and they slightly beat on the top line. What do you make of it? Was this all iPhone driven, or is there something else here that investors could be happy about?
Everybody's heard of the Oprah effect, how it affects authors of books. Everybody buys books if Oprah talks about them. Exactly like you say, I talk about, AT&T has the iPhone and the Apple effect. Basically, Apple sold 5.2 million iPhones this past quarter. That's 7 times more than they sold in the same quarter last year. And AT&T will benefit from this in the long term. Interestingly, though, if you look at the second quarter results, because of the way the deal works, AT&T is actually subsidizing the purchase of these phones. Because there's so many phones that were purchased, AT&T could get hurt in the short run because of the amount of capital they need to expend to subsidize these phones. But in the long run, they're going to benefit because they get higher rates for the iPhone use as opposed to other phones. Wow. So this is a good thing. Generally, the relationship has been good for them.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Listen, if you ever have a Honda for sale, let me know, okay? Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Great speaking to you today.
You too. All right, listening over to Jennifer, checking the latest news headlines.
And I've pulled up this, we don't have a full screen to show you this car.
We got to get that up before the show's over.
But we'll show it to you. It's quite a car. You wouldn't expect it on eBay, but it's a nice looking car. All right, we're going to turn from the roads to the skies now. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station had to cut short their spacewalk. The 2 astronauts had to hurry back to the station yesterday after a spacesuit problem. Carbon dioxide levels were rising for one of the men. NASA officials stressed that the pair was never in any danger, but again, had to cut that walk short. Well, a judge accepts the confession of the lone surviving gunman in the Mumbai attacks, but the trial of Ajmal Kasab will continue because he has not addressed all 86 charges in his confession. More than 170 people were killed in the November attacks when masked gunmen stormed several hotels and sites in Mumbai. Well, call it when politicians attack. At least 10 brawls were caught on tape in South Korea yesterday. Hundreds of opposing lawmakers screaming and wrestling. Amid the massive brawls, South Korea was actually able to pass one bill. Imagine that. The bill was to reform the country's media industry. But obviously a lot of passionate feelings about this bill. As they say, there they go, the politicians. Hopefully your local politician was in there, right? All right, we got to go. We're going to get back to some of these breaking news numbers as well as a lot more coming up on Money for Breakfast, so stay with us. We'll be right back.